going, guys? We are back with a video here, and this video is going to be kind of on like the fantasy hockey cards that I think are most worth investing in as of right now. Again, I'm not saying go ahead and go buy these cards instantly, just kind of the ones that I think are going to probably be the most worth it at this time. So we all know this event is insanely expensive. I mean, it just is, right? So again, there's 2 weeks of it, so that's why I'm only kind of going to talk about week one. Again, the best week one fantasy hockey cards to consider buying or choosing if you get them in a set. Again, I only have 5 on my list right now because, again, I just don't know how worth it these cards are all going to be. It's all pretty much RNG, guys. Well, not RNG, but it kind of depends on a lot of like factors. I mean, if these guys are going to stay healthy. I mean, there's just a bunch of different factors. So starting off with the first one here that I want to mention, it is Nick Suzuki. Okay, so Nick Suzuki for me, guys, you're going to be able to pencil him in for a pretty good year. And the reason why I say that is because at the end of the day, someone's going to score on the Canadians. Him and Caulfield, I mean, and now Doc's out. I mean, you got to think that he's going to be out there playing a lot. I know he's had kind of a rough start to the season so far this year, but you got to think he's going to actually end up picking it up. So right now he has no goals, but it's only been 3 games played for him. He scored 26 goals last year, so obviously he would simply be a 99 if he did that again. It just depends. I mean, it just simply depends on exactly, how much, I guess, he stays healthy. Last year, he played all 82 games. He's played every game in his career, basically, besides. Yeah, I think he's played every game in his career, I'm pretty sure, actually, looking at his stats right now. But, I mean, yeah, 26 goals last year. You would think he's going to take another step. He's a little bit older as well. You know, his age 24 season, entering his prime here, if he's not in it already. I would think Nick Suzuki is a guy that, if you were to decide to make him, I'd say, okay, that's a pretty fair thing to do, right? Because, I mean, he certainly could go up to a decent overall. 26 goals last year. He would get to a 99 if he did the same thing again this year. So it's pretty impressive. It's a pretty impressive card. But now it comes down to, do you guys want to invest all those coins into it? Because right now, on the auction house here on Xbox and PS5, he is going for about 600K, which is really not that crazy if you think about it, actually. If you have coins and you're a Canadians fan, maybe I'd say go ahead and get it, because at the end of the day, it's exciting, it's fun. It's always fun to, have a card that you see going up, especially if you're a fan of the player and the team, right? That makes it a lot more interesting and intriguing. So Suzuki could be a good one. And at this point, guys, he's my first one I want to talk about. Zegras here, and Zegras I want to talk about as well is because, again, he's a young player, 22 years old. You would imagine is going to get better, right? That's the thing. You got to think he's going to get better. Had a pretty decent year last year. There's better players on the Ducks now. All of them are getting a bit older. So, you would just think progress, right? Progress is kind of what you're looking for out of young players, and Zegras should probably take that next step. So, right now, he's, again, no goals in 4 games, but he's going to score goals, Zegras. I mean, he is. It's just how it is. He had 23 goals last year, which, again, that will get him to a 97 overall. Again, you would think at a certain point, he could be a 25, maybe 30 goal scorer. If he's a 30 goal scorer, he'll be a 99 overall, which, again, is kind of the goal for all these Evo cards. You want to be able to see them hit that 99 overall, and if they do, then obviously it's a success for sure. I mean, that's all you can really be looking for. So Trevor Zegras, 74 overall, fancy card. He's got good funny abilities, I guess I should say. I mean, it's tricky, and goal skilled up is not really, the best abilities, but it's Zegras at the end of the day, right? That's his guy, right? Being lacrosse, he's a skill guy, likes to make all these fancy moves. So Zegras is kind of that, but yeah, I mean, he's definitely a guy that I'd say is probably going to be one that could make sense for sure. I mean, again, right now compared to Suzuki, he's going for a little bit more, actually. So more than him, which is funny because he's a lower overall to start as well, and they've kind of had the same exact stat line so far, no goals. But that's Trevor Zegras' card. So I got Shea Theodore. Now, I believe Shea Theodore definitely will be a good one. And the reason why I say that is because Shea Theodore, when healthy, is putting up at least 10 goals a year, at least. All right, so in the years he's played so far, so he had 8 last year in 55 games. The year before, he had 14 in 78. Then he had 8 in 53 in 20 and 21. He's basically scored, he scores at least, basically he scores like 12. He scored 13 goals every full season he's played in his career, 13 or more, 14 in his career high, in 21, 22. So, again, it's a +2 for defensemen, guys. Keep that in mind. It's a +14 for defensemen, or 2 for defensemen. He scored 14 goals in 21, 22, 8 last year. So, for example, guys, obviously, 2 for every goal. So Theodore +2. So you have 1 goal, 76. Another goal, 78. And then an 80. So if he scores 3 goals, he already has 1 this year. He's an 80 overall. All right. And then obviously he has another goal, 82. And then it's 4, 85. is 84, and then it's just so on and so forth, guys. It's pretty much a +2 for every goal he would score, and I think Theodore's a pretty good bet for that, and he'd be a sick card. You want to know why? Because he's got great size, 6'2", 197. He's got two-way defenseman. He's got the shooting boost synergy there also. Silver elite edges. Really, to me, one that would be a good one to get. I mean, I'm not sure what he's going for in the auction house. If there's any up right now, let's check it out here. If there's any Shea Theodores up. Currently, there are, and actually, they're going for a reasonable price. So 300K basically. Again, these cards, yes, I understand. Like I'm saying, this is going to be 99, but obviously people don't have patience, which I totally get it, because buying this card now, yes, he's not going to be usable probably until like January, if we're being honest. If you got Theodore here, you're not going to be able to really get him on your team for quite a decent amount of time, because again, even if he scores 5 goals, I mean, again, he's still like an 84. I mean, it's not like he's not gonna be like a very, very high overall like card. Like unless he has like a 2-goal like game, then another like 2-goal game pretty quickly, then it's not really gonna be really, you know, anywhere like close to being like on your team. Obviously, I mean, I think most people would agree probably at this point, you know, 86 probably is what's going to be like on your team. Well, sorry, maybe in like December, it'll be like 86. He'd have to be probably on your team, or 88 even, which will be tough. So again, it's expensive, but again, if you guys are looking to maybe make profit, because again, you buy him now for 300, then all of a sudden he goes off and has a 4-goal week or something, and then all of a sudden people are thinking, oh my God, this card could end up being a 99 quick, right? So it just depends. It all just depends. But Theodore is a guy that I wanted to mention, because he's having a great season so far. He has 9 goals in 15 games played. All right, so he's in the Swiss League, I believe. And again, 18 goals he had in 52 games last year. So again, very, very much so encouraging. He's 30 years old. Could be like his best year of his career. It's possible. He had 26 actually back in the day in 15, 16. So maybe turning back the clock here. We will see. But for the most part, guys, I mean, he could be a guy that for sure absolutely becomes a 99 quickly. I know he's small, but again, at the end of the day, a 99 to 99 doesn't really matter the size or the height. It really doesn't. I mean, weight, who cares? Silver wheels too, to be a fun card just to mess around with and just absolutely just go through everybody. I don't know. I think it'd be a fun card to mess with. Let's see what he's going for in the auction house right now. Lionel Martishini, I want to say his name is. So he's going for about, not much, 200K right now. To me, that's pretty reasonable. Again, a guy's on a pretty good pace right now. I honestly might go ahead and buy it. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but I actually might consider buying it. I'm not even trolling, because he could certainly go up pretty rapidly. So we'll see. We will see with him. But yeah, I like Martishini for sure. Last but not least, I'm going with Dawson Mercer. Is there some bias in this pick? Yeah, there is. But I got to say Dawson Mercer in general, guys. I mean, he's a guy that right now is on the 3rd line, but he will go up and down the line. There'll be injuries. That's just how it is. I mean, Nico might be hurt now, so Mercer might be playing top 6 minutes here with Bratt, right? So, I mean, he'll be getting looks. He'll be getting goals. Mercer's a great player, 6 foot 180, sniper forward, shooting boost, and the silver close quarters ability there. He'll definitely get some opportunities. He'll score goals, Mercer. I definitely probably going to buy him, honestly. I'm a Devils fan. I got to buy him. So let me see what he's going for in the auction house right now. So 450K, that's a lot. I can't afford that, unfortunately. But if he drops a little bit here, I'll certainly get my hands on this card. But yeah, he's going for a crazy amount of coins right now, Mercer, I have to say, which is unfortunate, but that's the case. So Dawson Mercer is kind of the last guy I think is kind of worth having right now, or considering, choosing if you have a choice pack. But again, in week 2, there'll be more fantasy hockey cards, so keep that in mind also if you guys don't really want any of these cards. But that's kind of it for this video. I mean, do you guys have any of these cards? Have anyone made, have you guys made any of these cards? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure if it's worth it, but I guess if you're hot rich, it could be worth it. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you have not already, and follow me on Twitch, Henreek, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek with 3 E's, and join the Discord to talk to me, followers, and subscribers of the channel. I'll see you guys all in the next video.